genitals and the face for IR cameras, infrared body heat thermal cameras. That's what they're all called, IR, infrared body heat thermal cameras. And how does that get to be when there's like a 10-foot space behind, between the backs of two houses? How is that? The diagonals of two houses, or the sides of two houses. How is that? So that means if I'm still, and of course, it's been determined they're psychotic and they're jobless, retired, looking, if I'm in the mirror, so they're seeing, holding it really still with the optical camera, they're seeing a little bit of an orange blob for my face, a little bit of an orange blob for my genitals, and then with my stolen facial recognition, I'm serious, this is possible, and it is. How else would they do it? And I haven't even had my house checked for a wireless camera. And anyway, because of this type of stuff, they keep interfering. There's a lot more with handymen. They're also doing no-shows. What? Stone Computer, Best Buy. They robbed my mom of $2,000. They knew we couldn't have cameras, and then they were told not to tell us. By discussing neighbors, Home Depot, and Walmart to make my mom pay $2,000 on cameras that couldn't be put on my home, solar panels. Yet the scuzzy board here lets them park. How do they know what I'm doing? I don't hear a buzzing sound. And those last 15 minutes drones, they're parked on my roof. So we can't protect ourselves, but they won't stop them. And so they just see an orange blob, neatly pack it all in an app. They're supposed to have the mapping coordinates of my house. Is it the cell phone or the address? If they can still do it when the phones are off, could be they're unable to use facial recognition. They're just using a radar that can just sense anything. It doesn't even tell them it's human. It's all confusing. And then how long? And that means they would have to stand a while I'm at my mirror in my bathroom, and they're getting some type of heat image, and then connecting it with my body parts, and then with my hands too, and then they're also connecting it with the videos and the pictures of my face, and packing it all in a neat app, plus the coordinates of my house. Yeah, this exists, and if there's no wireless camera in here, and I did a search, and they relished in torturing me, and now I realize, I have no experience in technology, and I realized, oh my God, some parts of the house would beep and somehow pop, and then again, the same part of the house wouldn't beep, and it's all about frequency. I had one of those radio frequency detectors, and now I don't even know. I did a search of my house 3 or 4 times, and now I don't even know if it was real because they're interfering with the signal. And then when they had the password from Xfinity, how were they jamming up the VoIP line? Because it was click, 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 click. Every time I would try and make it, they're jamming it. And then there's beep, beep in the background. Beep. And then when I'd go to T-Mobile, any public place in the parking lot, they would tell the third-party stalker, make the same beeping sound. Make sure she knows that we talk to you. Only we could know. Or private conversations, they'll have third-party stalker repeat. That me and my mom whisper. Obviously, they have wall microphones. These are psychos I live around. And I need a job, too. I haven't even told you that. 5 jobs, Old Navy, Live Ops, Maritz CX, and Sykes. I worked for all of them a couple days. Well, Sykes maybe a week. They're all making me the butt of all the jokes, making racial comments. Sykes, they wouldn't even give me a lunch. Help everybody else with their computer problems, and then told me to go on my lunch. Go to support. You have to learn this. And then they jammed up the line for the half hour. And then when I was about to hang up my lunch, which I starved, I couldn't eat anything, which is exactly what they wanted. Right when I was about hang up. They had someone come on the line. That wasn't real. That wasn't a coincidence. And then when I came back, she was talking, and then she goes, hot dog, like with the DTH. I was like, how dare you? She's trying to make me hungry and make me ask her for my lunch. I didn't ask her. And then I never got paid. I mean, they just stole a half hour from me, these thieves, from Sykes. And then they would send me emails for training every time I turned on my cell phone or checked my email, like at 4:30 in the morning, 11:30, midnight. It sends emails every time, especially at that time, every time I sign in. So I don't even know if it's from them or hackers. Fuzzy neighbors, Home Depot, and Walmart. Who the hell are they to call and then tell them lies about me? What are they saying about me? And I don't do that. And I lose my job. And they're committing all the crimes, and they're just sitting there up on their cushy jobs. Why are they there? Get out! Leave my mom alone. She shouldn't even be working. This is a bad town, Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I'm exposing you. I'm not going to be silent anymore! Someone just please help. And I am available to work full-time. I'm looking for work at home. And yeah, I tried to be nice about it, going to a library. Because if I got hacked, I could keep the connection would be left over with them. But it's the employees. All these companies are corrupt. And even T-Mobile, they're having their employees install malware on my devices because they don't want me to have a cell phone. Because when I went to return it, it wasn't working properly. All of a sudden, it had a passcode on it, and I didn't put it on there. I never put a passcode on it until I got my recent phone. But my first couple ones, I never had a passcode. So someone installed it. Either they broke in here and did it, or something happened in the T-Mobile store because they had a bunch of third-party stalkers again. Like indirect third-party death threats, and then the employees are in on it talking about it with them. And then they're always scumming around me and like screaming around me and then telling their kids to scream in circles. This is at the Coliseum one. And then he's saying my passcode with these stalkers they sent in to go behind him and then get my passcode, and then they imitate me when they call in to get my information. See? And they're getting assistance from the police. That's a whole other story. They would block me with fake roadblocks with the road construction guys in bright green jackets. There's nothing going on, and they're always blocking me and my mom. It's like a 2-foot pile of gravel. There's nothing. If they're being told, act like you can get away with it, so she'll shut up and give up and let us harass. No. Of course I know it's not allowed. Kroger hid food from me. Only all the foods I eat, all of them are gone. And then they're following me and stalking me, like walking around me, walking behind me. And the management is approving it. They have strange men. They look like crooks and criminals, like greasy-looking men with leather jackets standing next to a motorcycle and right at the first parking spot, going, when I pass by. You know? And there were all the half-empty carts full of groceries inside the parking lot. They're showing me that, hey, no one would do this unless management's behind this. They're doing such things where they're showing that management's involved. And then they shut down the lanes at the this is at St. Joe Road so far in Indiana. They shut down the lanes. They wouldn't even let me, and it was like I remember it was 1:42 a.m. I looked at the clock. All of a sudden, they don't work. And I was like, you know what? I think they had contact with them. Let's see. And I go, I'm gonna hang around and wait. And this short white boy, kind of geeky looking glasses, he looked surprised. And I was like, I bet after 5 or 10 minutes he's gonna give in, and he did. And then some other guy came out and he goes, it might happen again. It might happen again. A threat to me. And he was smiling, looking at me, and then that other cashier. Self-checkout. And then they shut down all lanes. The lane for big orders is supposed to be open till I think 11 or midnight. It was 9 o'clock at night, and the cashier was hiding behind the candy and looking at. She it looked like she knew what she was doing was wrong. All for the team, right? And then blocking me with cards, putting them sideways like a minus sign. They're all surrounded.